DIY video. We're going to show you here this DIY worm farm. So, how does DIY biochar work? How do you make it? Create a fire, put it through a pyrolysis system where you remove oxygen, heat it right up, so then it turns into biochar. Biochar is different to charcoal. Charcoal is not, you can't break charcoal. It's not, this one you can just break it straight up into pretty much nothing. So, to get a biochar worm farm going, how to do this? It's simple, really. Go and get some horse manure, cow manure, sheep manure, mix them all together. Look at this. There's worms everywhere here. They're loving it. And keep the manures out of the heat of the sun. Now, go to your fire pit and get your charcoal or your biochar. You're better off using biochar because it breaks up nice and easily, and the bacteria and worms and fungi can utilize them very, very easily. So we have, see, that would be on coming on to biochar, but it's still, you can't crush it, so that's definitely charcoal. You would put it through some more heating and you'd probably get it to biochar standard. Whereas this piece here, this is easy to break and it's biochar. So you can blend up biochar and pour it in here with some banana peels, and that way then you can make your very own biochar worm farm. They're going to turn that into biochar worm castings, and biochar worm castings are going to benefit your soils significantly. So, how beneficial is biochar? Biochar can hold moisture, nutrients and minerals up to 75% of its own biomass in moisture. How do you feed worms in your worm farm? You can blend up your banana peels and pumpkins and tomatoes and carrot skins and potato skins and pour them into your worm farm. That will feed your worms. If you want, you can add more horse manure or cow manure. You don't need much, and you want probably around 1,000 to 4,000 worms per square meter in a worm farm. You're going to have to feed them but up to 4 kilos a week because they consume their own body weight each day. So for 4,000 worms, it's about you could add at least a couple of kilos of food to that. So do you have any questions about how to create worm farms, or what is it that you need to learn about worms and growing worms? See, here, they're loving this. This is a worm farm that's super beneficial for growing your soils in your garden. And if I wanted to, I could add this to my plants in my garden and they would absolutely explode in growth overnight. So this is the first stage, and this is just a pot plant. And what you want to do is you want to have multiple stages. So you could add 3 or 4 on top of this and have the worms in there, and they will actually consume and break down all the organic matter. I'm going to take you over now so then you can see what so that's one that's underneath. So it's broken down a fair distance. As you can see, there's a lot of okay, we're finally back. So that is a basic home setup that you can do for yourself relatively quickly and easily. So that's the number one way in creating biochar worm farms at home. Now, have you got a commercial property? Are you trying to grow soils? Do you have a hectare of land that you're trying to grow, or 1,000,000 acres, 9,000,000 acres? Whatever it is that you're trying to grow, this can be possible through amplifying this system. You go to your top of your hill, create a biochar worm farm, and start feeding your ecosystem. If you want help with this, go to www.earthloveglobal.com.au and we have products and services to help. This is for your general soil maintenance, and it's so easy and so simple to do. If you want help to increase your productivity in your soils, then contact Earth Love Global today. Our team are here to help you to restore and replenish your soils effectively and efficiently. And we thank the billionaires in Australia that are helping Earth Love Global to replenish ecosystems right across Australia. We're setting up hotspots where the places come back alive. This can be in desert locations, and it doesn't really matter where you are and what you're trying to achieve. By setting these simple systems up, we're able to retransform a whole ecosystem relatively quickly. Normally it would take 5 to 10 years of ongoing work and maintenance. By doing this saves you tens of years. It saves you so much time, and it's very simplified and it's very easy to do. So when you want to regenerate your soils and your ecosystem and your landscape on a 9,000,000 acre property, hit all your hilltops, grow biochar worm farms, and start to replenish your soils. You want to learn more about worm farms, go to earthloveglobal.com.au or go to Earth Love Global on YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel, and like and share our videos. We teach you how to replenish your soils effectively and efficiently. It takes 1 year to produce worm castings. It takes in nature 500 years to create 1 inch of soil humus. 500 years. We can create 6 inches of worm castings in 12 months. In fact, to create the full cycle of soil humus, it takes 1.6 years. So you're only 6 months off of creating proper soil humus. So if you want more information on biochar worm farms and how to replenish your soils, then contact Earth Love Global at www.earthloveglobal.com.au for worm castings, worm farms, and biochar. We are the wholesaler of biochar in Australia at $600 a cubic metre. We are the cheapest in Australia so far, yet to date, and we supply Australia-wide. Bulker bags and semi-loads. It doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve, Earth Love Global is here to help you manage your ecosystems and your soils and replenish your locations. Thank you again. We're back next week with another soil video in regards to rebuilding soil. Now, biochar worm farms creates biochar castings. If you want to learn more about biochar, look up El Dorado, Terra, Preta on YouTube and watch a few videos on it. You're going to learn a lot of important information, and Earth Love Global has brought that information into our products and services, and we are transforming ecosystems that is not growing. So if you want to get ahead in life and you want to create some carbon sequestration, these are the way to go. Thank you for your time. We'll be back next week with more on soil information. And if you want to jump onto Facebook or Earth Love Global Instagram, we do a daily video, 15-minute snippets on soil and how to replenish your soils across Australia. Thank you for your time. We'll be back again shortly.